unexpected occurrence. This year, there was flooding. Flooding in Maiduguri, for instance, men that were supplied to the government. Can you imagine that kind of waste? So, those people that went there now, is it Tinubu that went there? Is it the governor of Maiduguri? No, now it is Nigerians like you and I. So we need to be very, very accountable about what we're doing. So far, the Fiscal Responsibility Act, I'm sorry I didn't bring a copy of the act. A lot of people don't know what this act is about. But basically, it has improved transparency. And when I say it has improved transparency, it's because in the act, it ensures that there are reports, quarterly reports, and yearly reports that must be done by government-owned enterprises. So if government gives, let's say, NNPC, for instance, a certain amount of money, it is expected that it makes a report at the end of the year, ASAP, to every Nigeria, publish it, not just put it somewhere where nobody can access. No, publish it. That is transparency. When government has a project, a bridge somewhere or a road somewhere, when that work is ongoing, make a report and publish it in the budget implementation reports. So it ensures that reports are published so that every Nigerian can see what is going on. So it talks about transparency, it talks about physical verification of federal government projects. Sometimes they say there are projects that are being done in Ibadan. You go to Ibadan and you see that there is no project there. They will tell you that, well, the contractor this, the contractor that. The Fiscal Responsibility Act ensures that projects like that must be verified. Is it really going on? Is it at the level that they say it is? That is what the Act is talking about. Revenue monitoring. How much are we getting? How much has the country recorded from a certain group of people or from a certain organization? How can it improve? Then debt management, full compliance, and then state and local transparency. So it is, the Fiscal Responsibility Act is not just talking about the federal government's funds, it's also encouraging states and local governments have a law like this to make sure that your government is accountable to the citizens. That is how it is meant to be. And in the Fiscal Responsibility Act, there's a section that gives anybody, you for instance, if you see a project going on in your community and you are suspicious of what is going on, without any prerogative or whatever, you can go to court and say you want to know more about that project, and it will compel whoever the contractor or whoever is in charge of that project to make disclosure. How much has he got? How much has, without having any special interest. So it is not because you are witch hunting or one senator or your member has told you you should take that other member to court. No. Without any special interest, you can go to court as an individual. So far, individuals are not taking, they are not leveraging on that section. So we're encouraging civil society organizations. If there is a project going on in your community that you don't understand, take them to court. AI can help in monitoring these things, in evaluation of all the although there are challenges in the implementation of this when it comes to enforcement, with all these things that Fiscal Responsibility Act has, it does not give any specific sanction or any punishment. If this person does not do this is what must be done. It doesn't matter. So those are some challenges in the implementation of the Act. Of course, NGOs, because they know that they will be so compliance for sure. Sometimes you have to engage cases before you find that some of them are, paying attention to what you're saying. Political sometimes politicians also, and then institutions. So far, it has strengthened some institutions, and it's beginning to involve a lot of civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations. Sometimes they go on a sensitization program, bring in CSOs, let them who call government to order. Let them ask government, what do you do? If a CSO asks, so now all these things that we're doing, how can it be enhanced with AI? Data analysis for fiscal monitoring. So in monitoring, AI has come to a place where it can help with, you don't need to go to a site every day today this is what they did, tomorrow this is what they did, next tomorrow this is what they did. You don't have to do all of that. With an automated system, just impute. And if the monitoring goes on, if there's a problem, it will indicate, oh, there's a problem here. Predictive analytics for budgeting. So for instance, this year it was let's say it was 10 trillion. In 2023 maybe it was 8 trillion. In 2022 maybe it was 6 trillion. Now with this trend of predictive analysis, you can forecast, okay, with this amount of revenue that has come into the country, this is how much you need for budget in 2025. AI can just generate that for you based on what has been happening. Do you understand? So then we have, so the trends prediction, real-time irregularity detection. So for instance, if you already have an automated system, you're making inputs, regularly making inputs. If there's a question mark, it will detect it. If there's an anomaly, it will detect it. Challenges in Nigeria, of course, data quality. Just like I mentioned, this tax thing, a lot of people are not just captured anywhere. Running businesses, but not captured, so not paying taxes. So how much data do we have to be able to pursue the things that we need to pursue is very, very good. Something that the government needs to take into consideration. And then the infrastructure. Today they'll tell you MTN for the next 3 hours they are doing something, or Zenith Bank will tell you for the whole day they are not doing, you will not get service because, or you can't use your ATM card because, you know, those kind of infrastructure things. Or in the past, I don't know whether in Lagos it has been like that too. In Abuja, 2 days, no light, they'll tell you the power grid has collapsed, this and that. How can you work with the power grid collapsing? So we have those problems. Skills gap, like what you're doing. You know, I was very happy. I was telling my sister and friend here, I said this thing that you're doing is just apt for the times. We need to skill up. And it is the young people that need to skill up. It is not our mothers and grandmothers that need to do this skilling up. It is us. So if you're not really up to date already, you're already lagging behind. So young people, you need to skill up. There are many opportunities, of course, in that regard. I already mentioned. I do a lot of report writing at work, and I find that I leverage on AI a lot. I write my report. Sometimes I'm in such a hurry, I'm multitasking, there's so much I need to sit down and look at. And just in an hour, done with my report. What do I need to sit down and try to remember? Oh, in that meeting, what did Mr. A say? Oh, in that meeting, what did Mr. B say? So I don't need to do all of that. So why would I prefer to push the car when there's a towing van that can help me carry that to the So all of these things are ways that enhance what we do. Tech hubs, like what